Okay. I've never thrown a shot put, but I've got a 8-pound medicine ball that I've wrapped in duct tape because I am concerned about its integrity. And we're going to see how this goes. So, sorry, didn't do a real good introduction there. I'm Lawrence. Basically, I'm out here because I wanted to experiment around with tangent, I guess not tangent, but martial aspects of training that aren't directly related to actually the art part. So, like, instead of like things like sword fighting or fighting in general, what other things were done to train to be a fighter or to be a knight. This is going to be a very ramshackle exercise in what they've done. The two things that I going to do right now, and I might do some other stuff later to add to this, is I'm going to be throwing a spear. This is a SCA spear, so it is not a amazing analog, but it is an analog nonetheless that I will be using. And of course, my 8-pound medicine ball that I'm going to be using as a stone and just trying to throw it as far as I can. These are definitely training methods that developed into kind of a sport for entertainment later on. Both of these things have existed for hundreds of thousands of years. From ancient Greece, we know that they threw javelins and did shot put and discus and all that stuff. All things that a warrior would probably also have done, but turned into a sport. And that's what this is. These are training methodologies which relate back to fighting in the martial sense, or in the martial arts sense. So, and I think the idea also, this gives you kind of a decent idea of strength and capability. It doesn't mean that you're going to, it doesn't mean that you know that you're going to be a good fighter, but it does give you an idea of where you stand in the skill and strength area of fighting, I believe. But like I said, both of these things have existed for hundreds of years across cultures. We know from textual sources such as Talhofer and I'm certain others in certain iconography, some various manuscripts and miniatures, that people engaged in activities like this, and they were oftentimes attributed to, fighting, or at least the fighting class, So, without further ado, I'm going to start throwing this thing and just see where we get. I'm going to start with this. My goal is not really distance, or I guess the goal is distance and not necessarily accuracy with this. I'm also going to try the proper shot put form. I'm also going to try a different, more step methodology instead of a step, spin, and then throw. So we're going to see how this works out. So yeah, let's get to it. You start with the I guess the regular form of the spin throw. And make sure that I'm going to be still in camera. Okay. I might start just slightly right here. I think I see myself. All right. Here, let me stop the video here. Let me set up a slightly better angle so you guys can see.